It's me. I'm still alive. September 2nd, 2025. It is approximately 9:24 a.m. on that eastern side. We done flipped them poles, so it might be western. I don't know, but I'm Damika. It's hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Time, Portals to Truth. All right, so we're still going to do the same things that we've been doing. I am your CEO of Life Force Gen Z LLC and your top life force generator. All right, so let's jump right into it. My words are kind of everywhere, so are my emotions, and so is my mind. Right, so I did take that into accountability prior to jumping on here. I didn't do any reading for myself, so I would like to make note that I don't want any of my emotions and feelings to affect any part of this read. This read is for the general collective. If I happen to tap into or agree with anything that's within this reading, then I will make note of it, but I will not attach to it. I thank you for all signs, synchronizations, for all spirits, right? For all energy that's welcoming themselves within this read. And I just thank you for the opportunity to be able to tell this read the way that it is. Oh, Ashe, 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 Ashe. A lot going on in the energy, a lot going on in the atmosphere, a lot of anxiety, right? Anxiousness. When, why me, why me? A lot of how dares, okay? And from a personal aspect, a lot of you are aware of my journey, right? A lot of you are aware of my journey, whether I've spoken it on this tube or not. A lot of you have been aware of my journey. And for you all to be getting exactly back what you put into the energy of the universe, it just satisfies me. Now, I do battle with my inner thoughts and my inner emotions on why me, right? Why continuously me being battered, me being bullied, me being gang stalked? Then I had to stop. I had to stop a little bit and be like, hold up, pause. If I keep focusing on that aspect of that's what keep happening around me, even though I see the shit, I feel the shit, I know the shit, right? I'm speaking on the shit. I stand on it when I speak on it type shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm also recognizing not to acknowledge that part about it. You dig? Not to acknowledge that part about it. And that's the up and down part. It's like, okay, I gotta stay the fuck out of the tarot community. I keep telling myself that. I gotta stay out of the tarot community. There's a lot going on within this tarot community everywhere, right? But I'm noticing a shift in the tarot community, baby. And I gotta stop jumping in there. I know which ones are reaching out and which ones are for the right mission, right? For the mission. And I absolutely can tell which ones are not. And yeah, I'm stepping away from the tarot community. I know I keep saying it. Stepping away from it. I am. Okay, I am. All right, so we're gonna tap into some tarot with me. Hashtag Lost Souls Tarot. And yeah, so let's start off a little bit different today. Let's pull out some community helpers. Okay, I'm feeling like we need to pull on some community helpers, and I was just about to reshuffle all three decks. Right, community helpers 1, 2, and 3, but okay. Let's bring the whole deck. Let's bring her all out, right? Let's bring her all out. Let's bring them all out. Bring them out. Yeah, let's bring them all out. And let's see, excuse me, let me get them all faced the right way. Let's see which community helpers are out here in the community helping. Are they helping the mission or not? We're already 4 minutes and 31 seconds into this. Let's see. That's crazy though. What I'm feeling, what I've been feeling. But now that I've stopped working for Down Home Comfort Cafe in Prince William County, Virginia, I really see and feel and perceive energy in a whole different light, right? I used to follow BDL 1014, but that experience as well. Y'all know he's into engineering, social engineer, right? And I had a bad experience with him. I used to look at him as a master teacher, right? I did. That whole Black Magic 363, BDL 1014, confirmation, Billy Carson and them, whatever they name. Yeah, all of them. I used to look at, especially BDL, right? Because he just had this way of speaking, you know, the way he delivered his downloads, his messages, his information, his education. Very inspiring. That was looked upon in a very different way, in a sexual way. Yeah, I mean, never met this man, not that I know of, except for in dreams. Right? Be careful with these big hit ass engineers out here. Okay? These warlocks out here. They have lost their rank and their powers. Okay? They have absolutely infiltrated a lot of spirituality regions, especially esotericism, whatever, terrorism, however you say it. Which is why I tap into the things that I tap into. All knowledge, right? I don't attach to any of it. I learn from it. But I think because I loved learning from these entities and these individuals, somehow I was attached to them. These beings know of me more than I know of myself. They knew of me more than I know of myself. And then again, they know nothing about me. So I just want to make sure my cards are upright. So I want to give the, we're already 6 minutes in. Yeah, be cautious of who you follow. Change my number. Be cautious of who you following out here in the world. You dig? All right, we got the first one coming out because they're not, the law of contraction came in reverse. All right, community helper number 1, law of contraction in reverse. Hey, baby. Community helper number 2. All right, we got a hitchhiking karma. I know you lying. Hitchhiking karma. I know you lying. Rise and fall of nations. Rise and fall of nations. Rise and fall of nations. It's not up for debate. It's not up for debate. Okay, so because the law of contraction is in a reverse, and we got the rise and fall of nations here, I feel as though nations refuse to follow the law of contraction. What is the law of contraction? Let's get into it. Law of contraction. The law of contraction is a spiritual context, and it refers to the process of letting go and returning to a state of balance and simplicity. It emphasizes that just as life expands and grows, it also has moments of contraction, which can be a necessary phase for healing and nourishment. So we're not practicing the law of contraction, right? We're not practicing the law of contraction. Right? It's pertaining to our spiritual growth. Contractions can reveal areas of imbalance or stagnation, prompting individuals to reassess their goals and intentions. Embracing change. Recognizing and accepting these contractions can lead to personal growth and a deeper connection with the universe. Manifestation. The law of attraction suggests that our thoughts and feelings shape our reality, and contractions can help us align with our true desires, okay? So nations were not following the law of contractions, right? So now they're hitchhiking away from their karma. I know you lying, but you can't do that. That's not up for debate. That's not up for debate. That's the first 4. There are no coincidences in life, all right? There are no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason. Everyone dies for a reason, right? The way they die is typically how they Probably took someone else's life, right? Whether it's this life or past life. Circle of animals. They're a circle of animals, right? There are no coincidences in life. They are a circle of animals, these nations that had to rise and then fall, right? It's not up for debate. Now they try to hitchhike away from their karma. I know you lying. Army crying in the building. 15th letter in the Greek. Number 70 could be involved. Infinity, number of gates between earthly life and divine life. Unity and inclusion, coming of heaven. Odysseys and Orpheus, beginnings and gateways. Big O notation and rejoice. Okay? Card number 8, portal number 8. We are days away until you find out your strength. All right? And that's not up for debate. Because remember, they weren't practicing the law of contraction. They trying to hitchhike their karma. These nations that were on the rise, but they fell. Right? Come into my mind just a little bit. Right? There are no coincidences in life. They are a circle of animals. But Omicron is here to remind them that they are days away until you find out your strength. Portal number 9. The new moon. Come on, baby. The new moon. New start. New beginnings. The new moon is here. These names could be involved. 6 names coming up. We got Martin, Miller, White, Greg, Lutalo, Anton. I rule over Geminis and Virgos. Mercury has something to say out here. Mercury in the building. Mercury came out, okay? Not playing with y'all. We got the plane. It's a seer in the building. A seer is here telling you that they are a prophet with abilities to see visions, receive divine messages since they've been a child. They have infinite knowledge, okay? They can visualize and interpret divine revelations. Their eye is wide open. They are spiritual visionaries, typically associated with Egypt. Okay, here's portal number 12. A path is formed for you. A path is formed for you. Portal number 13 for the community helpers. Because there were scammers here. There were scammers here. Fake spirituality is the act of using spirituality to exploit others. Unforgiving you were. You can become a scammer without even knowing it. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Scammers are in the building. Okay, so that's your 13 portals into the community helpers that are helping us today on September. But they probably was trying to help us in November too. Something about November. I said it. But September 2nd, 2025. Next video we're going to post is going to be for the emotions. We're going to do 13 emotions and get the feel of the emotions, entities, and legal laws that's in the building. We might pull on family. We might. And we might pull on them zodiacs. But I just had a feel that I needed to get in the community and figure out what was pulling on my energy, right? Much love to y'all. Oh, let's release all these energies back into the wild, right? Back into the arenas. And may those lost souls have fun. And may those entities have fun with who they're chasing down. Because hitchhiking from your karma, I know you lying. Peace.